point wasn't being driven home. All right, you heard a big coal industry CEO on this very network talking just a few minutes ago about the effect of the president's rulings that could reverse all of this. Robert Murray on what's going on right now.
14 states will have double-digit electricity cost increases by 2017. It's an absolute tragedy.
All right, but as I mentioned with Mr. Murray, of course, the argument isn't panning out for the time being because for a variety of other factors, maybe a global slowdown, maybe the fact that the whole world is hiccuping at the same time, those energy commodity prices have been declining. His fears with these new EPA regulations and the like, they will only start rocketing and soon, and don't say he didn't warn you. To National Mining Association President Hal Quinn on whether he agrees with that. What do you think, Hal?
Well, I think, as you just saw, I think all commodities are under a little bit of a stress here. Part of it's just the economy is just not recovering like everybody would hope. But, you know, for coal, we face another existential threat from our own government that has policies that are just destroying our markets.
Now, he was saying, as you might have heard, that it's going to be damaging to consumers, damaging to those with utility bills, especially those who generate a lot of their electricity via coal, that we will see it in our electric bills and maybe as soon as this winter on our heating bills. Do you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. There's no low-cost options under this recent EPA rule. Governors have to take a very close look at whether that's the road they want to go down. The rule really incorporates two features that were never approved by our elected representatives, a cap and trade and a carbon tax. And there'll be, according to our analysis, a double-digit rate increases in at least 43 states.
You know, I wonder, though, the argument in favor of the administration is it can afford to do this, and under the cover of these declining prices, much like it's talked about raising the gas tax, people would notice the gas tax, but not as much as prices continue to slide. The same with this, that yes, it will be a jolt, but not as much of a jolt, if one that's detected at all, because prices have already been declining, and that's their cover. What do you make of that?
Well, in the electricity sector, we've already seen businesses and households have already seen probably the biggest spike in their electricity rates over the last couple of years than they've seen in over a decade, and largely because of EPA rules. Most recently, a rule that the Supreme Court struck down a month ago, but unfortunately the damage had already been done. So,
you know what's weird about that, though, how the Supreme Court did strike down the idea that EPA just willy-nilly throwing all these rules and regulations out there without examining the cost. The administration essentially doubled down and continued that.
They are. I mean, what the message here is that low-cost electricity is not favored, and they want to replace low-cost coal electricity with more expensive electricity and with a delivery system that's degraded and less able to deliver it.
All right, Hal, thank you very much. I think we'll watch very, very closely. In the meantime, as we were talking here,